Starting this list from 2012, working our way up, in October, the competitive skill groups update that introduced ranks is what I consider one of the strongest reasons for CSGO's success. Don't really need to say much more than that. Next update on the list is in 2013 where we got Mirage. No contest, this map is on a different league than any other map of this game, and that's still strong and true today. Game could really just be called Counter-Strike Mirage Offensive. Later the same year, the Arms Deal update went live and introduced silenced weapons and skins. I've made a video about this that you can watch here. Without skins, the market would have never existed, and I can't even begin to think how the game would have looked like today without this update. At the end of the year, in December, we got the Winter Offensive update, which was the first one to introduce community-made skins. It was from this point forward that the entire game's future would rely heavily on the community for cosmetics, maps, and even music. In April 2015, our voice quality improved with a new voice communication codec. Previous Counter-Strike games have always had shitty voice quality. This forced a lot of teams to use Ventrilo, TeamSpeak, Skype, and so on. This update actually increased the voice quality to a somewhat acceptable level. Here's how it used to sound.
Slaughtering people on CT, seeing that they're starting CT makes you want to pick Fnatic.
During the same year in September, Valve made a huge upgrade to all the body animations of the players, including hitboxes. They also added a wire when defusing, and weapons would stick out less behind walls and stuff. This was a very rich update that made the game feel more alive and up to date. 2 years later, in November 2017, after the end of Operation Hydra, we received the Trust Factor update. Trust Factor, as you already know, is supposed to help you experience less cheaters if you're a good boy, and the complete opposite would happen if you're a naughty one. This drastically changed the matchmaking experience depending on what side you were on. Speaking for myself, thanks to this update, a very small portion of my matches have been against cheaters. Oh boy, this update in December 2018 was when we got CSGO's Battle Royale, also known as Danger Zone, and with that, the game became free to play. This was a very controversial update because people were afraid that it would attract more cheaters, and it certainly had a huge impact on the game. Next, we got this in 2020, Trusted Mode. This was CSGO getting paranoid and blocking third-party files from interacting with the game, which, by the way, is enabled by default. From an outside perspective, this feels like it made more harm than good. Until this day, I'm relying on allow third-party software in my launch options if I want to do something as simple as benchmarking. Most of us would agree that this update sucked, which leads me to the final update on this list. In the beginning of 2021, they removed bots from matchmaking. I also have some honorable mentions. In November 2015, we got this little gun. In its release, it was the most broken weapon in the game and quickly turned into a meme. After this fiasco, Valve became way more careful not to release anything this broken ever again. Later that same year, they updated the game so that voice communication became team only during warm-up and halftime. If you weren't around before this update, oh man, I kinda liked it. Matches felt more alive and competitive. In 2016, we got the upgraded audio, also known as HRTF. In 2017, the Negev became a laser beam and had the craziest price drop in CSGO's history, from 5,700 to 4,000 to 2,000 down to, well, 1,700 today. In 2018, the Panorama update dropped, which gave us this fresh new main menu and look of the game. This was our Source 2 back then, and I remember being super excited about it. And my final honorable mention goes to the ping feature released to matchmaking in 2020 together with Operation Broken Fang. Did you feel like I missed any impactful updates? Please post them down below. With Valve's own words, this is only the beginning, so let's see what they have for us. Peace.